Welcome back. It's your girl Dakno Prescott. You feel me? If you got the joke, you got it. If you did, you didn't. Look it up. You're gonna learn about it. Is it the same day as the last video that I posted? What, like 2-3 weeks ago? Yes, it is. But will you realize? Probably not, unless you actually click off of this and go back to that video. Otherwise, you wouldn't know because it's been dang near a month now. So yes, I'm still in the same fit. This is the same day. If you didn't watch that video, here now. My voice a little choppy. I'm kind of losing my voice, been yelling. Anyways, today's story time is about how I don't know. I don't even know because nothing bad came of it. I guess we're just going to call this the most devious group of 11th graders that I've ever known. I've been a part of it. I was a part of it. The most devious group of 11th graders, all right? So for this story, we're gonna throw it back to high school, 11th grade high school, chemistry class. If anyone from that chemistry class is seeing this, shout out to y'all. I love every single one of y'all, bro. We was a lit group of students, bro. Okay, in general, well, okay, first of all, legit, go watch that other video where I talk about how I got kicked out of my math class. I elaborate a little bit more on the kind of kid that I was back then. I don't really want to do that all right now because I just did it like 3 weeks ago per you guys viewing this, but that was like 20 minutes ago in real life right now. Anyways, I was a little goofy kid. I was a class clown. I really was. But I wasn't a bad kid. I passed all my classes and I got into college. So it's not like I was some troublemaking goof nut that didn't make anything of their lives. I actually did something with my life afterwards. All right, so don't get on my head for that. Anyways, in this 11th grade class, all the homies were there, bro. My best friend to this day, my best friend that I still talk to this day, he was in that class. And then a lot of my good friends that I was really close with in high school was in that class. Friends of friends that I was still super tight and cool with was in that class. My whole ex was in that class. That was before we dated though. So that's when we were like still tight. We were like still friends. So we was like on that super goofy friend type energy. And yeah, there was just a bunch of just people, other people that were funny that the school, that our class knew about were funny people was in this class, bro. It was the last class of the day too. And I don't know if y'all can relate, but I don't know. There's something about the last period class that you have. It's just it's the best one. You got the best memories. First period and fourth period or last period, sixth period, whatever your last period is, it's always the best group of people, right? So this is chemistry. Now, there are a bunch of other little instances that happen, but I don't really want to go in depth with them because they're not that important. I want to talk about one main moment that happened, and I don't know, we were just devious, bro. So most of the time, we would just be, how it's science, so you do a lab, so you got like whatever, dissecting the pig in biology or whatever stuff like that. So it's chemistry, so we're doing like chemical related things. And that's usually when the class will like, you're working with your partners and you're talking and you're chilling. And the thing about that class is, like sometimes, how teachers be trying to pair you with somebody else so that you can't be with your friend. Well, the teacher would try to do that with that class, but we was all friends, bro. Like everybody in that class was tight, except for maybe like a handful of people. And my class, I'm pretty sure there might have been like 30 kids in that class. It wasn't no small class either. So it's just like, you got all these kids in this science lab, and we all cool. It don't matter who you pair us with. We all gonna be friends, bro. But anyways, we used to just do silly things. I remember a kid had the little Bunsen burner, whatever it's called, and he would just lighting matches and making us explode, just being goofy, reckless, sure, dangerous, sure, but nobody got hurt. It's just a bunch of kids having fun, bro. Like we was over here experimenting with chemistry, having fun, learning things. It wasn't on nothing bad, no bad timing, no BT. You feel me? Anyways, for this specific situation, the story that I want to tell it was just so dumb, bro. It was so stupid. I still get upset about it to this day because it's like, ain't no way she tried to ruin my career. I messed with this teacher, Miss R. I messed with her, and she messed with me. She even told me herself, she's like, you're such a smart, bright kid, but you just goof around too much. And she's like, sorry, bro, that's just who I am. I goof around today. Like, nothing she said would have stopped me from being a goof. I'm still a goof to this day. And my best friend's a goof too. All of us, we all goofies. Anyways, so one day, this is what started it. One day, I don't even know. I guess we were just, well, not we. It wasn't me. It was my best friend. my best friend, he did something. I don't remember exactly. Maybe he was just talking too much, made too many jokes or whatever. And the teachers was like, okay, you come and stay after school or stay after class, and I'm gonna talk to you. And I usually go home with my best friend. Like, we walked to the bus stop together to go home, and we took the public bus, not the school bus. So it was like a decent little like 30-minute walk. So I'm just like, all right, well, I'll just wait for him because that's my boy, and we always chill out after school anyways, right? And so we get out. I remember the bell rings, everyone starts leaving. I'm staying behind, and like my closest friends and my ex, that was my friend, but he was my ex, he was there too. And we walk out. We're walking out of the class, and everyone's like standing, and we're like looking at the window into the building. He just like, everybody leave right now. This is none of your business. And so most people walk down the steps because it was on the top floor. Most people walked down the steps, but like 4 of us stayed back. Maybe even, no, there might have been more than 4, but just a couple of us stayed back. And I just remember my ex, he was like, I dare you to say, dang, Miss R, you're keeping my friend back because he's Mexican, aren't you? All right, let me put a little bit of info here. I don't know. I'm about to say something controversial. I apologize. I just think that, but I think it's true for a lot of people. I think I didn't say anything racist. I said exactly that. Dang, you keeping my friend back because he's Mexican. I feel like some people feel like you can't speak. I feel like this is what she was thinking and why she got mad. I feel like some people say that other people can't speak on things because they're not what the thing is. But I feel like it's always different when you're friends with that person. I feel like someone with ADHD and someone with autism, if they're best friends, then they would joke about ADHD and autism together and they would be okay with it. But if someone outside of them jokes about ADHD or autism, it's wrong. And I get it, you're a stranger, blah, 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 and that's your friend. But it's just like, if there's so many of those pairs of people with ADHD and autism that are friends, just because this group of friends doesn't know that group of friends, but separately, those two groups of friends still joke about these things. I don't know, in my eyes, it's just like, we all joke about it anyways with our friends, so why is it a big deal? So I say this because, like I said, I don't know, I didn't see anything wrong with it. I don't know, I feel like maybe somebody out there would be like, wow, bro, you called your teacher a racist over Mexico and make a big deal out of it. My best friend is a Mexican. We say some outlandish stuff about each other's races, and nobody feels no type of way about it because we're friends and that's what we do, bro. It's not that serious. I fuck with the Mexicans. He fuck with black people. It's not that serious, bro. So in the moment, I'm just like, also, something that everyone should know about me is in high school, I don't know why, but I never had to do anything bad or crazy, so I can't be that mad. But there was a rule that I had that if anyone said, I bet you won't, or I dare you to, or like, not I dare you to, I bet you won't. It was specifically, I bet you won't. If anyone said, I bet you won't do this, and that, I always did it without fail. There was never a single time in my whole high school life where someone said, bet you won't do this, and that, and I didn't do it. I did it every single time. Granted, I was around cool people. I wasn't around no jerks who were like, I bet you won't take your shirt off ever. Like, it wasn't nothing crazy like that. It was just little stupid, silly dares. One of the most funny one I can think of, I was on the basketball team, and you have like your basketball uniform or whatever that says, Helix High School girls basketball. And I was wearing that one day, and I was just acting like I was crossing up my friends, and the principal walks by, and one of my friends is like, bet you won't cross up the principal. And so I didn't have an actual ball in my hand, but I'm like acting like I'm dribbling, and I went up to the principal and I was like, sneak, like, oh, whoop, act like I crossed him out, and the principal high-key stumbled. But the principal laughed, and I laughed. Everyone laughed. It wasn't like nothing bad or crazy happened. And you know what? Something else that I didn't say in my last story that I want to say here, I was cool with all the faculty, and I call this a hack if you want, but just as the funny kid, it's really nice to go talk to your counselors and your principals and be your authentic, funny self around them, so that when you get in trouble, it's not because you're doing something that you normally wouldn't do, it's because you're being you. Not every time, because it happened like, twice, bro, if that. Anytime I got sent to the principal's office for something, it was because I was being funny and I was cracking jokes when I shouldn't have been. but the principal knew that I was a funny person. So instead of sitting there and yelling at me and being like, "Oh, you think you're a jokester, huh? You want to be funny today, huh?" They knew that that was just me. I was always funny, so they just be like, "Hey, I know you're funny. You like to crack your jokes. Just tone it down today, or tone it down for the week, or whatever they said." And it's like, "All right, my bad." The principal knew I was a funny kid, bro. Like, you knew I was funny. Anyways, so my friend's like, "I bet you won't say, 'Dang, Miss R, you taking behind my friend because he's Mexican, huh?'" And like I said it. I didn't think it was gonna be a problem. I said it, and I just remember her being like, "Oh my god, you come here right now." She was mad, bro. "You come here right now, Kendra, right now." And I come and I'm just like, "What?" She's like, "You're staying too, and I will be calling the principal. Everybody else leave." All the rest of the people that were standing behind, they left. Now it's just me and my best friend, and we're standing there. She says something. She says whatever she was gonna say to him about what he was doing in the class. And then as my friend walks away, he says, I'm pretty sure at least, he was like, after she finished talking to him, I'm pretty sure he was just like, "Don't say nothing to her because she's black." And then he walked out. He just got like, I guess he still got in trouble. I don't really know if he ever had to like go to the principal and stuff. Maybe he did, or maybe he just didn't care. Maybe his parents didn't show up, honestly. But he said that, which goes to show we all was just jokes and funny, bro. But I don't know why she took it serious, bro. And so I just remember she called me back, and she's like, "Why would you say that?" And I remember telling her, I'm like, "I didn't mean it, bro. It wasn't like I genuinely think you're racist, Ms. Rob. Chill, bro. Like, I don't know, man. No shade, and I love my pale complexioned people, but I feel like some of them be trying to, I don't know, I feel like they be trying to overcompensate. Like, if I already know you're not racist and I make a joke saying you are and you freak out, it's like, damn, are you actually racist? Because I never really thought that it was a joke. Like, why are you getting so mad over a joke? I don't know, it was just weird to me. But I'm telling her, I'm like, "I don't think that's true. Like, I don't think you're racist, Miss R. Like, chill. Like, it was a joke. Someone said that you won't, and I said it, blah, blah, blah." She then proceeded to sit there and give me a whole lecture about, she's like, "It's not, that stuff like that is not funny," and blah, 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 blah. I don't know. I'm not saying I get a pass because I'm black, but just as a black person, I know, I can tell who's racist and who's not because of how people treat me. I've met racists before, trust. So just like, I don't know, hearing this lady trying to tell me what race and racism is and why I should or shouldn't consider someone racist is just like, who are you to tell me what I think is or isn't racist? Personally, I'm just realistically speaking, like, who are you? No shade, but who are you, a pale complexioned woman, to tell me what is or isn't racist? If you said something and I didn't like how you said it and it came off as rude or derogatory towards my race, then plain and simple. And I'm not saying black people can't be racist either, but just like, I'm not a racist black person, point blank period. So it's not like I was saying anything crazy derogatory. And it's not, and all I said is you kept him back because he's Mexican. I don't see I could have said that about any race. You kept him back because he's black. So would it have been okay if my friend was black and I said that, and me being black too makes it okay? Like, it just, I don't know, it was just weird. She took me back, and she's just like, "You can't say stuff like that. You know what that makes me look like?" And I'm just thinking, everyone in that class was my friend, legit. I'm like, I don't think any of them people heard me say that and then stopped and was like, "Dang, Miss R actually is racist. Kendra opened my eyes to something." Like, nobody, it was a joke. But she took it way seriously. And she was like, this is out of hand. We're gonna have to have a meeting with your parents. And I'm just like, okay. Another little backstory. No shade to my pops, but I just really do not, like, when I got in trouble, if the teachers called my dad, I was happy because I did not live with my dad. I don't hate my dad, but it's just like, my dad just don't really, he not scary. Like, I'm not scared of my dad, bro. Call him. He's gonna say, "Don't do this, don't do that." But I didn't live with them. He's not gonna take any of my stuff away. I did not live with that man, and I didn't see him for a long time. So just like, call him. They called my dad. My dad shows up to the office, and it's my teacher, my dad, and the principal. The principal's sitting there smiling because he knows me, bro. The principal is not fazed. He knows I'm just joking. My dad knows I'm joking. My dad knows who I am. My dad's just like, there's a time and a place to joke. Don't be joking all the time. I've heard that all my life. And then the teacher just like, you can't say things like that. You know what it makes me look like? You're a really bright student, and I really think you have a good future, but you might not be able to get opportunities because you joke around too much. And I guess I get that as a high schooler, but we all grow. By the time I was a senior, and even now, I'm still very funny now. Like, I'm still very humorous now, but I know when to joke and when not to joke, when it really matters. Respectfully, a high school chemistry class, even if I joked at the wrong time, what's the worst that was gonna happen? You can't fail me. If I have A's in your class, but I joke around, you're gonna fail me and say I can't pass your class because I crack jokes, even though I passed all your tests. It's just like, at the time, I'm just thinking like, I did stop out of respect to the teacher, but to myself, I'm just thinking like, you're not changing anything. Like, nothing's gonna happen to me because I pass your class and I know my stuff, but I'm cracking a couple jokes. I just remember I was in the principal's office. Principal said whatever he said. My dad said whatever he said. That meeting was the most useless meeting ever. I'm sorry, Miss R, if you ever see this, but it was useless. It did not help or change anything, because the next grade, senior year, I was just as goofy and just as funny, and ain't nothing changed. So it's just like, oh, it seemed pretty pointless, but I wasn't gonna get suspended. The principal just said, all right, you're being disruptive, detention. I think I had like a 2-hour detention. That was like the worst thing that came out of it. And then what was kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie, is that after that, she just had a one-on-one with the principal, and the next week, for like 2 weeks, I think, every like other day, the principal would come to our class and sit in the class the whole day, and we couldn't talk or say anything, and we just have to sit there in silence. But you know what's funny about that? I think the silence was too quiet, because eventually Miss R started letting us talk again and joke around again, and by the end of the school year, everybody was fun and cool and in cahoots. So it's just like, Miss R, you knew what you was doing. You was getting a little upset because we was joking around too much, but then you realize that's just who we are, and that makes the class what the class is, because we're just a bunch of funny kids. And you just missed it, Miss Rob. Be honest with us. You missed the humor. Because we made her laugh a couple times, bro. It wasn't like she was just straight faced and she hated us. She was laughing. She was cracking jokes. She was opening up and telling stories too. So, Miss Rob, you ain't slick for that. But nah, I love Miss Rob. Or Miss R. Dang, I keep saying her name. Now, I might hear a lot of bleeps. I'm sorry. But you knew what you was doing. You knew what you was doing. You ain't slick. That was the best. We were devious. We were a little mischievous group of like funny people. But Miss Rob, come on now. Miss R, golly, I'm really gonna have to, some might slip. This is about to be a 20-minute video. I don't want to sit here and edit all them bleeps. I just wanted to keep it nice and clean and do a couple little cuts. Anyways, but that's a story. The story about how, I guess, whatever, just a devious class of 11th graders. We was all funny. Shout out to my best friend. I'm not gonna name drop you because I don't think he wants me to. But if he does, name drop coming soon, because that is my boy. I will die for my homie. Shout out to all my other friends. If y'all see this, I still bop with y'all. No blood. I have no bad blood or unfinished business with anybody in high school, but I'm cool with every single one of them. And yeah, that's the story. So if you guys like the story, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what your favorite part was. I don't know. Do something. Do what they say. All in the description, links and whatever. Socials are down there. All those things, right? And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.